He's part of the culture of music.
The premier drummer of his generation.
We were so into like Steely Dan and Paul Simon and gosh, just there was so much great music then, and it seemed like Steve Gadd played on all the stuff that we loved.
It's hard to believe that it was 40 years ago. It just seems like it's a heartbeat away.
Steve has that combination of sort of passionate involvement and sort of detachment, sort of cool detachment that lets him, you know, that lets him get into it and get swept away and yet control the time.
Settles in on 4. He does not go, he's not waiting to get to, he's not anxious to get to 1 at all.
He also has a sort of a graceful athleticism in his playing. He doesn't seem to be working really hard. His body moves efficiently. Like an athlete, more like a dancer.
Steve could duplicate himself. In other words, he could invent something, or some rhythm on the drums, and he knew what he was doing so intimately that he could play it over and over again. Now, something that you play over and over again that makes you go like this is called a groove, you see. And so Steve became the master of creative grooves.
There must be 50 ways to leave your lover.
Steve was willing to go along on that ride. I mean, if I'd say to him, no, it's not the right sound, it should sound more like, and start to describe it, he had the patience to go for it. Not every really great musician would. A lot of great musicians come in and say, this is it, this is what I do. This is my sound. This is why I'm a great musician. I play this sound and people love it. You want it, you got it. You want another sound, go book somebody else. Which I did. But Steve was not like that.
The great drummers I've played with, and they are really on one hand, once they find the pocket that, you know, the tune belongs to, they apply a kind of swing to it, which makes my job so easy, because then I can just float on this thing. You know? It's like I'm on a ride.
He's got that thing. To me, there's certain drummers that they do these little magic things that make a whole band go up to another level. They'll do something and everybody's like, bang, you know, and it jumps it.
That's what I love about Gadd. He really sounds like he's from the South. You could never convince me in a million years that he's from upstate New York. He really sounds like an old fat dude from the South.
I can look around the room, I see all of these black dudes from all parts of the U.S. Then I turn up there and look, And Steve would say, man, where you from, Steve? Buffalo, Rochester? How in the hell did you get up in this shit? I said, this guy is a freak of nature. Where did you get that big old black soul from?
One of the first recording sessions I got to do was with David Foster, and I knew that Steve Gadd was coming in to do overdubs right before I was going to sing. And so I asked David, I came in early and I asked him if I could just sit in the recording room and listen to Steve overdub his hi-hat. And David Foster just thought it was so weird that his background singer wanted to come in early to hear Steve Gadd overdub his cymbals. Later on, I told him that story. I was the girl that asked if I could come in and watch you overdub your hi-hats.
He's created a way of making music, not only a way of playing drums, but a way of making music that has its ripples through all kinds of music.
I could tell when I was singing that he was listening.
You know, Steve is that kind of drummer. It's just that he's a musical player.
I think it's something to do with heart, or the love of life, or whatever. What the joie de vivre in drumming is what it is, and Stephen has it.
Technique, education, taste, great ear, big heart. For my taste, for what I like, Steve is the guy.
If you have an opportunity to work with Steve, you must take it.
That's why you're making a documentary about him. He's that extraordinary.